Before capes dominated every screen and multiverses became mainstream, Frankenstein Jr. and the Impossibles electrified Saturday morning cartoons with a unique blend of sci-fi, music, and superhero action. Created by Hanna Barbera in the 1960s, this colorful duo of properties merged giant robot heroics with groovy pop-powered crime fighting. While they began as animated television characters, their legacy eventually crossed into the pages of DC Comics, where nostalgia, reinvention, and superhero satire collided in a modern revival that reintroduced them to a new generation. Frankenstein Jr. and the Impossibles debuted on television in 1966 as a split anthology show. Half the time, viewers followed the titanic adventures of Frankenstein Jr., a towering robot built and controlled by boy genius Buzz Conroy. Together, they fought villains in the spirit of classic kaiju battles and pulp sci-fi. Think Iron Giant meets Johnny Quest, but with that classic Hanna-Barbera animation charm. The other half of the show spotlighted the Impossibles, a rock and roll trio who moonlighted as superheroes. Each band member had a specific power. Multi-Man could clone himself, Fluid Man could transform into liquid, and Coil Man had spring-loaded limbs. Together, they were a psychedelic blend of the Beatles, the Fantastic Four, and the Powerpuff Girls, long before the latter existed. Balancing fame and heroism, the Impossibles fought outrageous villains while maintaining their secret identities as musical heartthrobs. While the original cartoon only lasted one season, it left an imprint on pop culture thanks to its blend of superhero parody and vibrant 1960s aesthetics. Decades later, the characters found themselves reimagined in the pages of DC Comics, which had acquired the rights to adapt various Hanna-Barbera properties as part of a larger initiative to breathe new life into these classic icons. In 2016, DC launched Future Quest, a comic book crossover event that brought together numerous Hanna-Barbera action stars, including Space Ghost, Johnny Quest, the Herculoids, and yes, Frankenstein Jr. In this new continuity, Frankenstein Jr. was redesigned as a powerful mech-style defender, working alongside other cosmic and sci-fi heroes to face multiversal threats. While Buzz Conroy remained his operator, the tone shifted to something deeper, more dramatic and infused with the sense of epic adventure. DC took a slightly different approach with The Impossibles, transforming the quirky music trio into a government-sanctioned covert superhero team. Appearing in backup stories and one-shots, their personalities were more fleshed out, their powers more grounded in pseudoscience, and their missions laced with espionage and satire. The stories embraced the absurdity of the original concept, but gave it a darker, more mature twist. In these versions, the bright costumes and bubblegum beats gave way to moral ambiguity and high-stakes superhero drama. Though these appearances were relatively brief, they showcased the elasticity of these characters. Once seen as cartoons for kids, Frankenstein Jr. and the Impossibles became symbols of how legacy properties could be retooled for a modern audience without losing their core identity. Fans of the original show appreciated the nods to vintage lore, while newcomers were introduced to a world where humor and heroism danced to a very different beat. What makes these characters compelling even today is their balance of innocence and imagination. Frankenstein Jr. represents the dream of creating something powerful to protect us. A gentle giant built not for war, but for good. The Impossibles are a reminder that heroes don't have to be grim or brooding. They can rock the stage, crack a joke, and still save the world. While they haven't yet secured a lasting spot in the mainstream DC lineup, Frankenstein Jr. and the Impossibles stand ready in the wings of pop culture, waiting for the right moment to return. Whether as a nostalgic throwback, a futuristic reboot, or a wild multiversal crossover, these vibrant heroes remain a time capsule of everything fun, funky, and fearlessly creative about comics and animation.